Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating real-world experiment conducted by millionaire Mark Tilbury. He set out to test the reality behind a massive internet trend using artificial intelligence to generate passive income. There are a lot of big, bold claims out there right now, and we're going to break down exactly what happened when he put those claims to the ultimate test.
I mean, you've probably heard claims exactly like this online, right? Gurus are constantly saying that people are using AI to generate thousands or even millions of dollars in passive income with practically zero effort using dropshipping. It sounds almost too good to be true. Well, that massive hype is exactly what prompted Mark, who's a traditional businessman who made his millions the old-fashioned way, to actually investigate this himself. Okay, let's dive into this. To make this a true test of the technology, Mark set 3 incredibly strict rules for his 7-day challenge. Rule number 1, AI has to make every single business decision. Rule 2, he gave himself a maximum budget of just $250, and most of that had to be reserved for advertising. And Rule 3, total transparency. He had to show every step and, most importantly, the raw results. The ultimate goal of all this? Try to hit $1,000 in pure profit. So that brings us to the big question. Can AI actually build a profitable business from scratch in just 7 days? Will this strict $250 budget really yield a $1,000 return? Or is the whole dream of AI passive income completely a myth? To find out, here's our roadmap for today. First, finding a niche and building the store. Second, sourcing automated products. Third, the reality check. Fourth, creating AI video ads. And finally, the raw revenue results.
So, step 1, finding a niche and building the store. Instead of just guessing what people wanted to buy, Mark used this really clever dummy scroll method on Instagram. He basically scrolled on a fresh account, engaging only with dropshipping ads just to see what people were actively spending money on. Then, he fed that data into ChatGPT, and the AI officially selected the pets niche. From there, it was time to build out the brand. And he changed together 3 specific AI tools to do this almost instantly. First, a tool literally called Build Your Store generated the core Shopify storefront, complete with clean banners and optimized layouts in just minutes. Then, he asked ChatGPT to brainstorm a domain name, landing on the highly clickable thrivingpaws.store. Finally, he used an AI image generator called Nanobana to create a custom professional brand logo. Just like that, chaining these tools together completely bypassed the usual trial and error that normally takes days and thousands of dollars.
All right, step 2, sourcing automated products.
Now, a beautiful storefront means absolutely nothing without actual things to sell, right? And here's where AI really flexes its muscles. Instead of relying on human guesswork, Mark plugged an AI tool called AutoDS directly into his Shopify store. Let's walk through that workflow. First, AutoDS automatically identified trending pet items from other successful dropshippers. Second, he used its bulk rewrite feature to optimize all the product titles and descriptions. And this is cool. The AI brilliantly scrubbed out completely irrelevant supplier details, like the words New Year 2026, from the imported descriptions, making them sound super professional. Finally, it automatically synced the pricing directly to a Shopify store, leaving enough margin for profit without Mark having to calculate a single thing. Moving on to step 3, the reality check. Because here's the thing, a gorgeous automated website means absolutely zero if the physical products you're sending out are just garbage. Customers will demand refunds, and your store will tank. Ordering physical samples is absolutely vital to make sure your AI isn't selling a scam. Now, what's really interesting about this is the massive difference in quality between the items the AI actually selected. Mark ordered 3 samples straight to his house. First up, the interactive ball toy. It arrived with confusing instructions, felt really cheap, and honestly just rolled around chaotically. Total fail. He knew he couldn't sell that. But then, look at the dog paw cleaner. It was surprisingly high quality, quiet, and really powerful. That was instant pass, a true hero product. The AirTag collar was also a pass. It was waterproof, felt durable, and frankly, seemed like a genuinely great idea for keeping track of your pet.
That brings us to step 4, creating AI video ads.
If nobody knows your store exists, well, you're simply not going to make sales. Mark opted to run meta ads, but instead of paying thousands for human influencers or spending weeks testing organic content, he used an AI avatar tool called Create UGC to generate authentic-looking, user-generated content for his ads. And this brilliantly illustrates the current limits of artificial intelligence. Check out the script comparison for the AirTag collar ad. The original script generated by the AI was overly focused on the collar being water-resistant. It literally missed the entire point of the product.
Mark had to actually step in with a human-corrected prompt to make sure the avatar mentioned the tracking feature, prompting it to say, has an AirTag, which means I can keep track of them at all times. It's just a great reminder that while AI can generate the content, it still absolutely needs a human supervisor to make sure the marketing angle actually makes sense.
Finally, step 5, the raw revenue results.
So the store goes live, the AI ads run on a $20 daily budget, and the 7 days wrap up. Let's look at exactly what moved off those digital shelves. The total units sold: 17 dog paw cleaners, 1 pet magic broom, and 0 AirTag collars. Yeah, despite the human correction on the ad, the collar completely flopped when the ad had to be turned off. But that high-quality paw cleaner, it succeeded brilliantly. Interestingly, one customer bought the paw cleaner and then randomly grabbed the magic broom as well, proving the automated store was actually doing its job of upselling to visitors. All of those automated sales added up to a total top-line revenue of $424.11 generated by the store in just one single week. That's real money flowing in. But as we know, revenue is never the whole story in business. We have to deduct the expenses, which totaled $320.85. To break that down for you real quick, this includes $169.85 for the actual product and shipping costs, which, remember, effectively came straight from the customer's payment, plus roughly $150 spent running those meta ads, and a $1 Shopify trial fee. So the crucial point comes down to this exact number: $81.56. That is the final, pure profit Mark walked away with at the end of the 7 days. Did he fail his $1,000 challenge? Well, technically yes, but did he successfully prove the concept that you can use AI to build an automated, cash-generating dropshipping business from scratch in just a week? Absolutely. Which leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. If AI can automate this much heavy lifting, building the store, sourcing the products, writing the ads, and turn a profit of $81 in week 1 with almost zero intervention, what could a dedicated human touch achieve in a month? AI is clearly an incredible starting point. It saves you days of work and thousands of dollars. But true human optimization, refining those ads, testing new products, and guiding the overall strategy is still required for massive success. It is a fascinating shift in how businesses are being built today. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this gave you a clear picture of exactly what AI can and cannot do for you right now. See you next time.